Okay, what is going on TikTok? It's your boy Wide Trial Blaze, and we're back with another banger video. Now, this video was sent to me by somebody on TikTok. His name's P-Rock. He's a friend. I know him in real life. And he sent this video clip to me because he thinks you guys are going to enjoy it. But I think you're going to enjoy it also because I have a lot I want to say about this. Now, he actually covers a lot of important points that cover why, number one, the Democrats lost the election and why there's been such a huge red wave in this country, why Donald Trump won the popular and the electoral vote. Okay, that's pretty big. And yeah, so we're going to go ahead and get into this clip. Now, like I said, I have a lot I want to say about this, but I want to let her get all of her thoughts out before I won't pause this video very much. We're going to let it play out, and then I'm going to give my thoughts at the end.
When the government fears the people, there is liberty. When the people fear the government, there is tyranny. I don't know who said it. Historians don't seem to know who said it. Some people say that it's attributed to Thomas Jefferson. But the message rings fucking true. This country was founded by people who fought an entire fucking revolution against the most powerful military force on the face of the planet. And as a result, they installed a constitutional republic. I'm not a historian. I'm just an autodidact. I just love American
and
history.
she's right. We're a republic. We're not a democracy. Unfortunately, we are a republic.
It's my favorite fucking thing in the goddamn world. So I'm gonna say this with my whole fucking chest. Back in the day, elected representatives were terrified of the people who elected them into office. Why? Because if they didn't do the will of the people who put them in the position they held, they were hung, tarred, and feathered.
Okay. So I know I said I'm not going to pause this a lot, and I'm not. But this is one of the first points that I wanted to pause because she covers one of the first big, very, very important points that I think nobody's really been talking about. So obviously accountability has been lacking, and Doge has been clarifying that and showing all of the receipts of all the purchases where our tax dollars have been going. However, she's talking about political leaders, people that we elect, like state representatives, people who we elect to go to Senate. You know, each state has a certain amount of representatives. We pick those representatives. So, and basically what she's saying is if people don't vote in the way that we basically put them in there for, then they were, you know, what she said. And so this is my position on that. Yes, she is right in the fact that your politicians and the people that decide your laws, your lawmakers, need to have a small bit of fear and a small bit of understanding that if they do what they want and they don't do anything that we want, the things that we voted them in for, there will be retribution. Now, are they going to have their, you know, lives ended? More than likely not. Well, that's not what we're going to do. But we're going to throw him in jail. We're going to do some kind of, you know, he's going to have to pay a fee or a fine for this many years for the rest of his life, or, you know what I mean? There has to be a certain element of fear because what you have on the other side is people doing whatever they want. Now, the problem with her argument is you cannot have lawmakers and people who basically are supposed to protect you scared that they're going to do the wrong thing, because what that encourages is doing nothing. Okay. Basically what it indoctrinates is, okay, if I don't do exactly what they want, whether it's something that I want or not, you know, I got voted in running off of this campaign trail. Now I have a group of people who are my supporters that want me to do something, but do I agree with that? And you're at this position now where, okay, I was elected to represent this group of people. However, I'm also elected to protect them in their best interests. So basically you are at a mental conundrum where you don't know if you should play more into what you believe is better for them or what they believe is better for them. Now, obviously the freedomalist and the constitutionalist in you is going to say, well, hell yeah, you do what the fuck they want you to do. And that's really easy to say when you're on that side of the argument. However, if you're an elected representative, an elected official who, let's say you do what they want and it doesn't go the way that they're going to go, that it's going to go, it's going to be put on you. It's going to be your fault. Okay, and that needs to be known because that's just the way things go with representatives. If things go south, somebody has to be a fall guy. There has to be somebody to blame. Okay, so you have to walk a line, and it's like a Red Scare. I don't know if all of you remember the Red Scare back when communism was running rampant and we were fighting communism all throughout the world. You could report your neighbor for being a communist, and they would, I don't remember what it was, a camp or something, or they would go to jail. It was something like that. They were gone for a long time, if not killed. And this was a real thing. So you have to be careful and walk the line and not go into a situation where you have another Red Scare, except over lawmakers not wanting to do the wrong thing. So it's a tough road to walk on, and I don't blame her for being upset because I definitely understand.
That's not hyperbole. That is a fact. That is a historical fucking fact. When the people in this country actually had power, the people enforced that power. Why? Because they had to. Because this was their fucking country. And the people who have been elected to certain offices seem to have forgotten that fact. I don't give a shit that it's Elon Musk who is uncovering fraud, waste, and abuse.
And I don't you know what? I agree with her. I agree with her because you know what? On the other side, we had Kamala, who wasn't elected for anything. At the very least, this guy has been hired by the president. By the way, I found this out today. The role that Doge is filling was actually implemented by Obama. It was another group that obviously was not designed to do what Doge is doing right now. However, the group of people and the funding and the what's the term? The equipment and the funds basically that they're all getting from the federal government has already been allocated for that group. They just do a different job now. And so it's basically Trump didn't have to create anything. It already existed.
Employing 20-year-olds to help him do it. What I care about is that Democrats are standing on their fucking soapboxes screaming about how egregious it is that they have access to all of this information through a microphone at all of us taxpayers as if we're gonna fucking side with them.
And the crazy thing is, some Democrats are siding with them. That's the even crazier part. I agree with her on all of this. I agree.
I'm so sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but boot polish is not on my list of ingredients when I cook food for my family. Who the fuck do you think you are talking to?
Skip that, but
this
okay.
is our fucking country. These are
She's mad. That's for sure. There's no question about that.
And while Congress may hold the fucking strings to the purse, it is us taxpayers that fills that fucking purse. I don't want my fucking money going towards transgender monkey studies or
I mean, she's right.
Moroccan pottery classes.
And that's exactly what it was getting sent for. Not only that, but condoms in Gaza. Or was it Egypt or Jordan or something? It got corrected. It was Hamas or Gaza, and then they said no, it was actually 50 million to some other country for condoms. Oh, okay. Well, that makes all the difference then. I apologize. I no longer am upset. Thank you so much for clarifying.
Sesame Street in Iraq. $20 million. Do you know what I could do with $20 million? I currently live in a single wide fucking trailer.
Dude, I could buy at least 100,000 packs of hot dogs with $10 million. At least. We're not taking into consideration buns, though, and condiments.
With my family,
we have to take those into consideration.
We rent, and my husband and I work our asses off. I'm fucking pissed. I'm fucking angry.
Okay, so serious moment now. We're at the end of the video. I'll give you my honest opinions on all this. So now, P-Rock, I'm sure you're still watching, and this is mostly addressing you, but I want everybody to hear this. Everything she's saying in this video is correct. Now, the reason she sounds so fired up and so, I won't say unhinged, but you could definitely tell like she feels like she's being fucked with is because she has been. Okay, the J6 people, Trump himself, the Biden pardons, all the unanswered questions, and then at the very end of that, Jeffrey Epstein, P Diddy, at the end of all of that, we find out that our tax dollars have been taken from us. Now we've known this. It's been one of those things you can say in a conversation to your liberal friend to be like, hey, they steal our tax dollars and give them to PDF files all across the world and overseas, and they come here actually, and they hang out with all the people that you think are actors and good people and yada yada. And they're like, no, that doesn't happen. Well, now it's coming out, and this is one of those things that the Dems are losing their mind because all of the kickbacks are going to be exposed. And Trump even talked about the kickbacks already. He said he knows just there has to be kickbacks with all of these things that have been charged and the millions of dollars that have been laundered to people who aren't doing jobs but are claiming to do jobs. Okay, so the other side of the argument to that is you cannot go too far over the deep end. And that's the only thing that I need the red wave to understand, which they won't. And it's going to go back. I can already see, guys. Unfortunately, I would not be surprised if 4 to 8 years from now, a Democrat wins an election. And the reason I'm saying that is because with the illegal stuff going on, I've seen so many people say, well, we didn't know he was going to get rid of all illegals. Well, of course, that's the reason people voted for him, to get rid of illegal immigrants. And I mean, you could disagree with that all you want, but that's one of the reasons people voted for him. That, and among, to fix the health care in this, not health care in this country, but just the health of the country. Autoimmune diseases are on the rise like crazy. But also, shit, I forgot my point. Anyways, my final point is we need to be careful, because if we swing too hard, we'll end up just like the Democrats did on the left, where we swing too hard, too fast, and we throw people overboard that were on our side, and we just end up throwing out this rhetoric that people don't want. Or things that, if the moment you start talking about hanging people because they're an elected official and they don't do what you want, that's a tightrope, because more than likely, if you're looking at it from a perspective of your taxpayer dollars haven't been stolen for the last, 20, 30 years, if you look at it from that perspective, the answer would be get him out of office, make sure he can never hold a position in government ever again, make sure the best fucking job he's going to get is a manager at McDonald's. You know what I mean? That's the sensible answer to the argument. And the other side of that is, well, there's so much corruption that you have to get rid of these people and you have to do this. Otherwise, we don't have anywhere to put them, because it's such a widespread thing of corruption. It's really a big topic, and you really have to have a lot of receipts when you talk about this, because you're going to have people on the left and people who are skeptics and people who like to play devil's advocate. Not to say that's always a bad thing, but you'll have people who will like to play devil's advocate and say, well, you can say that about somebody, but that's really, really bad, and you shouldn't do it unless you have all the evidence in the world. And, well, I can say that about you, and yada, yada. Well, bro, I don't wear red shoes to places that are known as the Red Shoe Club. Okay, brother. I don't have a weird volleyball named Sam that has a weird conspiracy behind it that people can't have answers for. You know what I mean? There's all kinds of stuff about Tom Hanks, and I could make a whole another video on that if you guys wanted. P-Rock, if you're still shouting out, make sure you leave a comment, man. I mostly made this video for you, but I made it for everybody. I want everybody to see it and hear it. So let me know what you think of this video. If you like the long form content, please hit the like and comment and tell me so I know, because I'm not going to lie, I'm going to stick to the shorter form content going forward, because it gets so much more views, because people just enjoy the shorter content more. But I'm going to do the long form content if it's what you guys want. Tell me if the audio levels are good on this. I kind of mess with my settings a little bit. If you notice a difference, if it's bad or if it's good, let me know. And yeah, that's about it. We might make another video today, but this could be it for today. So yeah, if that's all. Oh, one more thing before we get out of here. Live stream tomorrow. I'm setting it up right after I upload this. We're going live at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow. Make sure you can be there and hang out. Bring your popcorn, bring your Diet Coke, bring your coffee, whatever. Kick back and relax, and yeah, hang out with us while we talk about some politics. So yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.